it's too many game modes for the same game. Like, remember when we all just played the same damn game? Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thematics here. So, I wanted to react to this video that Nixxiom made a couple weeks ago. I just saw it pop up in my feed actually, and it's saying that Blizzard is making a huge mistake, small rant, with a like a rip WoW, World of Warcraft, Wrath of the Lich King thing on it. So, yeah, I kind of think I know where this video is gonna go, and I did want to talk about it a little bit. I just want to throw my opinion out there, for whoever's interested, if anyone. But I just I gotta say I don't like how Blizzard has essentially been just dividing the player base, right? Like the player base, the WoW player base is so divided between classic Season of Discovery, classic Cataclysm now, and then you have World of Warcraft retail, and it's just like, oh man, okay, well, I'm gonna see where he goes with this video, but I'm pretty sure he's headed in the direction of like, oh, it's a mistake to force people to play Cataclysm, classic Cataclysm, and they should have like Wrath classic servers or whatever. So let's check it out here.
Blizzard is making an absolutely massive mistake, and I'm going to explain what it is with this video. Now, let me establish something real fast. This is not a negative video, okay? I am not here to throw a stone at Blizzard. I am here to offer some genuine criticism. Criticism that maybe some of you guys are gonna agree with and say, yeah, got a point. Some of you guys are not gonna agree with it. I'm curious to hear what you all think. Please leave a comment down below. Just share.
I like Nixxiom stuff. I wish I was that good at. I wish I was like good at doing like WoW machinima stuff, but I'm not. I'm terrible at it. So I stay away from that. That's not my realm. So
this topic. So recently I was talking to Wow Krendor, another YouTuber, and while I was over on his channel, one of his recent videos caught my eye. A video where he was discussing a mistake that he felt that Blizzard was making. So I'm making this video after talking to Krendor again to spread more awareness on this issue. Unless you've been living under a rock, you are aware that World of Warcraft Cataclysm is soaring on in and is about to be released to the public. We have already gotten the pre-patch. People are leveling up Worgen, including me. Goblins, people are playing through this new sundered world, broken apart by Deathwing, having a good old time. Here's the thing, when it comes to Cataclysm, there's a lot of people out there, they're really freaking hyped for this expansion. They're excited. They loved Cataclysm. They thought it was great. And there's also people out there that, they thought the Cataclysm was some old booty. I made a video recently where I laid out all the reasons that I could find across the internet and my own personal reasons why people were not that excited for Cataclysm Classic when it was announced. Anyway,
because technically it's not considered classic. Like technically Cataclysm is where like the world changed, right? And a lot of stuff was implemented that we still see, I guess, today. Holy power on Paladin being one of them. So I remember getting Holy Power for the first time in Cataclysm, and I actually didn't play Ret in PvE. I played it in PvP during Cataclysm because nobody really, back then wanted a Ret Paladin on their raid team. So I swapped to Holy, and I actually really enjoyed playing Holy. But yeah, little changes like that we still see today. Like back in vanilla through Wrath is generally what most people consider classic. So,
regardless of what camp that you belong to, the Cataclysm lover, the Cataclysm hater, one thing that is true is that Classic WoW is now officially over. Now hold on. Now what I mean by that is Cataclysm is not technically and has never been considered Classic. Classic WoW has always been considered vanilla WoW to Wrath of the Lich King. Why? Because in Cataclysm, that is when World of Warcraft became more modernized in a lot of people's eyes. The old world was updated, the questing system was overhauled, classes were dramatically changed, so on and so forth. Cataclysm radically changed World of Warcraft.
Transmogs, right?
Seeing those changes
Holy power on Paladin,
so
introduced in Cataclysm.
Like vanilla WoW to Wrath of the Lich King, that's OG WoW. That's classic, pure World of Warcraft. Then Cataclysm and beyond is kind of like, I don't know, New Age World of Warcraft, modern World of Warcraft. There's not really a term for it. Just like, it's WoW.
I wouldn't necessarily consider Cata New Age though. Like Cata still had the same graphics. There was a lot of things about Cata that were the same as like classic TBC Wrath. It's just there were a lot of changes though. So it kind of, I don't know. It's kind of in between for me. Like I think New Age WoW really came about in in Pandaria. I think that's when New Age WoW really came around because you saw complete talent tree overhauls where we didn't have a talent tree anymore. We just had like talent rows, you know. So there was that. I think Pandaland was when the modern WoW thing really came about.
Not classic WoW. But here's the thing.
This was the transitional period. I think Cataclysm was the transitional period between classic and modern WoW.
Cataclysm is released, all of the Wrath of the Lich King realms, as you guys are probably aware of, are going to become Cataclysm realms. Now, we still have vanilla realms in classic WoW hardcore realms and Season of Discovery realms, but there is no TBC or Wrath of the Lich King realms. Nothing planned anyway. So do you see kind of where I'm going with this? Do you see where Krendor was going with this? Here's the mistake, and I'll explain why this is a mistake on Blizzard's part and where an opportunity could be lying in wait. But again, this is all just my opinion. Here it is. Blizzard, you should seriously consider giving to the players TBC and Wrath of the Lich King servers, even if it's just one each. And here's why. As I mentioned before,
I don't know about that.
There are a lot of people who want to play Cataclysm, but there's also a lot of people that just want to play that classic World of Warcraft experience. And I think the success of Classic WoW's re-release back in 2019 is just evidence of this. Here's what I think would be a good idea. You should give people the option to play through the vanilla WoW to Wrath of the Lich King experience, the OG WoW experience, if people want to.
So make it optional, give servers for TBC and Wrath, and then make them optional. So when you let me explain. But I think he means like basically when you level on the classic server, give you the option to go kind of like how Diablo gives you the option to or I guess it's not really an option, right? Like it when you level a character up in a seasonal realm, it transfers over to the immortal realm. I think I forget what the name of it is. The eternal realm, right? And you get to keep it. It's permanent, basically, so you don't lose that character. But
I think it would be a good decision if people could log on to a vanilla classic server and, you play classic WoW. You're leveling up, doing whatever, yada, yada, yada. However, when you hit level 58 on that character, you will then see that an option has appeared on your character selection screen to transfer that character to the TBC
that's exactly
realm.
what he meant.
If you want. You don't have to, but it is there. You can continue playing him to level 60. You can go do Molten Core. You can go all the way to Naxxramas. But that option, transfer them to TBC, it's there if you want to use it. If you do, you're then transferred onto the TBC realm, and then again, at 68, if you want, an option will appear to transfer to the Wrath of the Lich King server. Again, you don't have to. If you don't want to, stay in TBC, do Black Temple, whatever. But if you ever want to, you can take that character and transfer them over. And if someone had no interest in Vanilla WoW or TBC, for example, they could just make a character on the Wrath of the Lich King realm. Start at level 1, just level up a new character. That's fine. I think it would just be a great idea if Blizzard gave us the option, if we wanted to play through the entirety of the OG World of Warcraft experience from.
So I'm gonna say something that's probably an unpopular opinion. I oh man, I'm not really sure that I can fully agree with this. I understand that there are a lot of players who only want to play classic, who only want to play. I mean, you can still just play only classic right now, but TBC and Wrath you can't, right? Because they just updated those. They updated TBC to Wrath and then updated Wrath to Cat Realms. So I I get it and I empathize with those people. I did love playing through all those expansions. I mean, I started in Wrath, but I leveled through the entirety of the classic world. I went to TBC and Outland, and I leveled through there, and I really enjoyed playing through those expansions. So I can understand that people might want realms to stay, like certain realms at least to stay TBC, stay Wrath. I don't necessarily fully agree with this because I don't like how they've basically completely divided the player base between all these different game modes. You know what it's reminiscent to me of? It's reminiscent of Hearthstone. And I dislike it so very much. I see that the thought, because I don't actually see it, but Hearthstone they had their standard ranked play mode, right? And then they had arena. Then they created battlegrounds, and battlegrounds was a huge hit. But now we had the player base divided between, arena, battlegrounds, and standard. And then standard started to get more suck ass, and a lot of people didn't like it. They were like, man, there's too many ridiculously broken combos. You're getting rid of some of the things that make the game feel more fun and engaging. And now it's just like, why would I even play ranked? But ranked is the only game mode that I want to play. And so then they went and they created mercenaries, right, and duels, and it's just it's too many game modes for the same game. Like, remember when we all just played the same damn game? You know, I would really like it if they just created an expansion that had a similar feel to classic, but just in keeping with all the new updated stuff, the graphics, the even the dynamic flying. Obviously, that's not going anywhere. Um, but they just gave it a more classic feel. I don't know exactly how to go about doing that. I'm not sitting here saying I have all the answers, but my God, do we have to divide the player base between what's that gonna be? Classic Season of Discovery, TBC, Wrath, Kata. We're having these other random game modes like Mop Remix, which is they don't last, right? Plunderstorm and Mop Remix, these are temporary game modes, but they're during their time, like so we're gonna have one extra game mode every couple of months that we're gonna have to see people playing, and some people hate it. A lot of people hated Plunderstorm. They played just for the rewards, but they hated it. I never played it because I'm like, you know what? I'm not a Fortnite player. Sorry. That's basically what Plunderstorm was for the most part. And Mop is more like, I guess, Diablo. But yeah, so we're gonna have people divided among like 7 different game modes. That just feels weird and off-putting to me. I don't know if anybody else agrees. Maybe you disagree with me. Maybe I like I said, it's an unpopular opinion. But my God, man, I just don't get it. And you know what? I can understand people wanting to go back and play sometimes in these older expansions, but like, wouldn't doing the same exact raid over and over? Now I know people might say, well, you can, in World of Warcraft retail, you're just basically doing a lot of the same raid mechanics over and over again every expansion. A lot of the same, you'll have very similar mechanics. Like we have, the one of the basic mechanics is the accordion mechanic. I like to call it the accordion mechanic. Collapse and expand. Your group has to collapse to soak, and then they have to expand, spread out, because otherwise something will kill you if you're too close to each other. I don't know, but it's still not the same exact raid and mechanics and encounter every single time over and over and over and over and over and over and over again for years. Like, wouldn't that just get old and exhausting after a while? As much as you may love it, it's just sort of like it's sort of like going back and playing a game that you have fond memories of, but you don't do that necessarily every single day. You do it once in a while, right? Once in a blue. So I don't know. I mean, maybe having these TBC and Wrath realms would be a good thing, but it's just gonna get harder and harder to maintain any sort of balance and harmony between all these different game modes, all the player bases. Like suddenly you have people not playing retail as much, and suddenly oh, people are not really playing TBC because they've moved on to Wrath servers because that was their favorite one. It's just, I don't know. It's too much. It's too much in my opinion. But
From Vanilla WoW to Wrath of the Lich King if we so choose. Not, being able to play classic WoW if we want, like Vanilla WoW, and then we just have to jump to Cataclysm if we so choose. It's kind of just, why not have a TBC and a Wrath of the Lich King realm? I mean, come on. Few things to note though, okay? Blizzard, if you do watch this video and you're like, yeah, let's consider this. A few things to note. 3 big things with these servers. First of all, don't offer any character boosting. No BS, pay $60 and you get a level 58 character in Vanilla WoW, level 68 character in TBC.
yeah,
Don't do that.
low key, mid key, high key. I agree with that. As somebody who has used the character boost in retail, whenever I buy a new expansion for like my alts and stuff like that, because after I play through the zones and do all the quests on like 4 different characters, it's like, all right, man, like I kind of just want to boost this character. I don't really want to play through all the whole quest line again. And maybe I'll decide to do that later on with another alt, right? Like, but it, it does at some point get exhausting, and I want to break from it. So sometimes I'll just use the free level boost that they give me with the pre-purchase of an expansion or what have you. But I kind of agree, doing that in classic is just kind of yeah, it's no bueno, man. It's not good. They shouldn't have ever done that. And then the fact that they introduced the WoW token to classic was a huge mistake. I mean, you don't even need the WoW token. Like, just leveling and just doing all of the quests and all the different cata zones, for instance, will get you somewhere around like 12,000 gold. Especially if you're vendoring all the stuff, and maybe you're selling some extra stuff that you get some greens, so people want to buy it on auction house for their alts and stuff like that they're leveling on those servers. Yeah, man, like there's really no need for the WoW token, and I don't even play classic that much, but I think I've got like 10,000 gold right now in my bag. I'm not even done with all the quests in Cata Classic at the moment. So it's it's just not necessary. And you can make gold with professions, and there's dailies now and all that. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to make gold. You don't need the WoW token. You don't need the character boost. I don't know. I think he's totally right about that. 100% agree.
Number 2, no in-game store, no stupid mounts, no stupid pets, none of that crap. No. Number 3, goodness, no WoW token. No WoW token available on these realms. Why am I saying all this?
Yes.
Some people are watching this thinking like, man, Nixxiom, why are you saying all this? I'm saying it because keep it classic WoW. Don't touch what isn't broken. Classic WoW is fine without boosts and like level speed increases and in-game stores and WoW tokens and crap. Keep these original OG WoW experience realms pure, undefiled, and keep it pure, keep it classic, okay? You know what these should be? These should be a time capsule, right? It should be a time capsule that someone can look into if they want to re-experience those good old days of leveling a character through Azeroth, through Outland, and through Northrend if they so desire. Blizzard not giving us a TBC and Wrath of the Lich King realm, it just feels so wrong because so many people want it, right? Anyone else? Anyone, raise your hand? Yes, no, maybe so. People really just want to play the OG game. What do you guys think? This is a shorter video, just a quick little idea I wanted to throw out there. Pretty much copying Krendor's idea, but we were talking about it, and he was like, yeah, man, like, get people talking about this if you can, because I want to play TBC. I want to play Wrath of the Lich King again one day. I agree. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments section below. Blizzard, please. Okay? And then maybe one day you can do like a Season of Discovery TBC and then a Season of Discovery.
Oh, God. No!
No! No!
No, please, God, no.
God, please, no!
Do not do that. Do not do Season of Discovery TBC around. It's so much stuff. It's just too much. Like, no. But anyway, yeah, guys, that's gonna be it. Again, I mean, there's some points that I agree with, some that I disagree with. But my God, please, for the love of God, no Season of Discovery, Wrath, and TBC. Oh, God, no. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Do you agree with me, disagree with me, agree with Nixxiom? I'll see you all in the battles to come.
You gotta work hard, play hard, do it from the start. Cause how you do anything is everything is art. Stay consistent and do it every day. Don't let fatigue get in your way. Cause 10% of something is better than nothing. You better do something if you wanna be something. I can feel my stomach rumbling, I'm hungry. Big things coming, I ain't bluffing, yeah.